the retail apocalypse has started. And this time it's not going to be the fault of Amazon, because I know people are saying, oh, Amazon's going to put them out of business. Nope. This time it's not Amazon. So what do I mean by that? Well, as you guys know, I own a small business and I had a local frozen yogurt shop in Half Moon Bay. So I've had that I purchased it right before COVID started. So when COVID started, where it wasn't known back then that it's going to be so bad that everything is going to shut down, I purchased one because the numbers look great. I had all these great ideas for what I was going to do. And so I was like, yeah, let's pull the trigger on it. Let's go. Then me and my business partner purchased it for $40,000 and put about another 30,000 in. So before we even launched, we had about 60,000 in it. Then we had to make some upgrades as we went along, so we had some more money into it. I think all in all, when it all said and done, it was about 150 each. So we did all the due diligence. We knew that the high school was going to be our main source of income and everything. After 2 o'clock, when the high school was done, we had people actually coming in. After that, at nighttime, and those were going to be just pure profit, right? So we did all that. We figured it out, and we launched it. So then I got in a car accident. That was one of them. Here's the car, how it looked. So we couldn't open on time because I wasn't there. Then we hired 5 employees part-time, and those were high school students that came after high school and opened it up. We had fast internet, and it was just fantastic. So what we did was we've opened up the shop, and it went really well. We made more and more money every day. So it was an upward trend. And it started off with 6-7 people a day. Then we had over 4th of July weekend, we made like $1,500 a day, 2,000. And so it was keep going up and up and up. And then COVID happened. And our store got shut down because we were non-essential business, blah, 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 and all that. And so one of the things for me was, okay, we can retry it and give it a shot without the high school, but that was going to be a huge hassle because we counted on that money to come in because the high school was indefinite remote. So I was like, God, what a disaster this is. So what are we going to do now? So after a little while, we came to the conclusion without the high school, there is no way that we can stay open. So we had to let everybody go, close the doors, pay off our lease, and thank God that he let us out of the lease early. And we then closed up shop and we let people go. So now we're in a similar situation because check out this. They're closing 3,000 stores. And it is not mom and pop stores. These are big name retailers like CVS, like Rite Aid, like a whole bunch of other big retail stores that are closing, like Macy's and whatnot. So they're closing 3,000 stores. So if all these stores had 5 people in them, that is a hell of a lot of employees that are going to lose their job and health benefits and whatnot, right? So if we take the 3,000 stores that are being closed, and that is small because Macy's needs more than 5 employees to run, right? So we take that, multiply by 5, that's 15,000 people that are additionally laid off, right? On top of Tesla laying off 15,000 people, on top of, who else laid off? Sam's Club laid off like 11,000 people. So there's so many layoffs right now. And people are telling me, oh, I'm a fearmonger. No, not really. I'm just looking at the data and I'm looking at how I got screwed. And people are like, how did you get screwed? Well, didn't qualify for any benefits and nothing else, right? Didn't get any health or what do you call it, like PPP or anything else. Didn't qualify in the state of California. That's like the bluest state, right? So was pretty pissed about that. Closed it up, let the 5 employees go. So they had to find other jobs. Thank God they were high school students, so it wasn't too much of a disaster. But nevertheless, it was a disaster because we had to let him go. And all these 15,000 employees that are going to let go, it's probably more like 40 because, they had If you look at some of these, they had people coming in the morning, stock them, then they had checkers, managers, regional directors, and all that stuff. And I don't know how much that is impaired, but people tell me, "Oh, you're such a fearmonger." Well, if your business gets closed down and you see the trends in the economy going on, let me know in the comments below if you think that's fearmongering. I try to do better and just tell you how it is. But I'm talking out of my own personal experience, so just let me know in the comments. Because one of the things is that my wife Allison, she did career coaching for a little while, and she saw how long it takes for people to get jobs, and she know how long it used to take because she coached off and on for a little bit, and so she knows exactly how long it used to take from from initial contact from the recruiter to actually signing, and that is now weeks instead of days, where they do one round of interview, 2 rounds. Now it is months. Now you're probably ghosted. So let's recap this whole retail apocalypse thing, right? 3,000 stores are closing. 15,000 people might get laid off. I couldn't really find the right numbers. So 15,000 people got laid off. So they now have to file for unemployment or do different things, find a new job and do something else, right? And then we have Amazon, like as you guys are going to yell in the comments, well, Amazon's been putting them out of business. I don't think Amazon really competed with Walgreens, Macy's, maybe Macy's, but not CVS and all that, because, I mean, CVS is, pharmacy and all that. So, and I don't think that these are all Amazon related, job cuts. So now you have so many people trying to find a job, and this is what I'm going to say to you. It is going to take them way, way longer now than it did a year ago. So let me know if this is fear-mongering, or just how the market is, because I think personally that the market is not really good. That these people that got laid off are going to be in big trouble, because when Allie did her coaching thing and these people got the job offer, it took them even days to sign the offer. So it said, "Oh, we're going to give you an offer," and it took them a week to even send over the offer. So I don't know if that means that they're still interviewing other candidates. Who knows? But a year or so ago, that was unheard of. They send you the offer. They said you have 24 hours. Take it or leave it. But now it takes them so long to do it. And sometimes they even retract the offer and say, "Haha, just kidding. This isn't what we thought it would be. Let me pull the offer back and we'll find something else," or just say, "Not a right fit." So it is brutal in the job market. And if you're not seeing that, you must have a government job or something else. And I'm not expecting these people with government jobs that have locked in pensions, that are, firefighter, police officers, to see how the job market is, because you're not in it in a day-to-day business. But if you look at colleges, how hard these young grads have it, it's going to be difficult finding a job for these young grads, because all these job applications want minimum pay with a huge what do you call it, like resume, right? They want you to almost be a CEO of a big company in order to be qualified as an entry-level position. And that sucks, because not even in this list that I have, that I've put on the screen, I put it up, we'll see what these restaurants are. It's not only that it's the CVS, the Rite Aids or something, it is also stores I did not expect, like 99-cent stores, CVS's, 7-Elevens, and I think 7-Elevens are franchise-owned mostly. So it's mom and pop shops that are closing off. And these 3,000 stores are named brands. And I don't know how many of these are actually without any name recognition, right? Just mom and pop stores. Walgreens, Express, Macy's, The Body Shop, Soft, Sleep Number, Burlington Stores, Foot Locker. So these are heavy hitter names. These are names that have a value to it, and not the mom and pop shops that just rent it out and just have a few items in it, just try to make a living off of it. No, these are brand names that are closing. Yeah. So where this is gonna go, we have no idea, because all these people need jobs. And if we take 5 people from my frozen yogurt store that wasn't even listed on there, and other stores that have been closing too, we're looking at probably 3 times that amount in 2024. Plus, there's been studies saying that 45% of small business owners are struggling to pay rent. And I'm looking at it like, man, that's really tough. That's really, really tough when 45% of business owners thinking they can't pay rent because they need to pay rent because the landlord demands it. And the landlord has, because I'm also a real estate investor, I know that the landlord just can't forgive or go to the bank and say, hey, give me a discount because my tenant can't make payment. It doesn't work like that. So then you got to start working with the landlord and do some sales based system or something else that you got to do to stay afloat, and you can keep growing and hopefully progress. But if your landlord's not willing to budge and you say, I can't make payment, I don't have enough people coming in the store, then you got to close up shop. And then you also, as the store owner, need to find another job. And this is going to be really, really difficult because all these mom and pop shops are mostly probably immigrants, right? Because they're trying to achieve the American dream and they're going to get shattered. So I'm super sorry that that's going to happen, but we're just in this economy right now with such high interest rate that people don't have money, people can't afford it, and if they do afford it, they put it on a credit card. And I'm not talking about the super, super wealthy rich. That's a whole other demographic. But I'm not worried about these people. I'm worried about the small mom and pop shops and these people that go shop there. And yeah, it's sad that we're gonna see this coming, but let me know if you watched so far, like and subscribe. But let me know what you guys think, if this is crazy or not. And I'll see you in the next one.